into the body. Pretty, maybe a nervous effort there from the Belgian. This is the first match of 3 in this Fed Cup semi-final between the USA and Belgium. Second singles will be between Lindsay Davenport and Kim Kleisters of Belgium, and then a doubles at this point. It's Lindsay Davenport and Lisa Raymond. That could change. Els Callens for Belgium and Dominique van Roost. The first to win 2 goes through to the final to take on Spain. Jennifer Capriati is also on the US team, but is not slated to play.
Justine Henin has a big windup on that backhand side. She needs a lot of time to hit it. Saw her practicing earlier for this match. A lefty out there, hitting a lot of serves to her, trying to get her timing on this faster court.
Game USA easily. Monica Seles, 1-love for us. You know her well. You're a good friend of Monica's. Tell us about.
Came back strong at the Chase Championships last week. That time off was probably well needed. She needed a little bit of a rest mentally more than anything else. And she was so eager to go, and she loves playing for her country now, the United States, and is ready to go here.
She said one of her proudest moments in life was getting dual citizenship.
That's right. She loves living here. She's been living in Sarasota the majority of the time here in the States. Absolutely loves the lifestyle.
And she said that Monica Seles did that her dad, who also spent so much time in this country from Novi Sad, Yugoslavia, also loved the USA. He is now deceased. 30-all. Second game.
That's the type of aggressive style I'm talking about. Justine Henin is not scared to serve a volley. Remember, she's playing against one of the better returners on the women's tour. But she's going to throw it in there, mix it up, try everything out there. I saw Justine Henin play for the first time last year at the French Open against Lindsay Davenport in the second round, and was very impressed with her attitude and her game. She served for that match 5-4 in the third, got a little nervous, and lost 7-5, but showed a lot of guts.
The guts on that forehand too. She's taking nothing off it. On the baseline, winner for Belgium, game point Belgium. Second game. Well, let's chronicle the hardships of Monica Seles that you were talking about. First of all, the death of her father. That obviously is a serious day in the life of any young lady. And then the stabbing that really hurt her, that she was out for 27 months between 1993 and 95. And then the bombing of her home, Novi Sad.
Nobody talks about that part of it.
But I think she really took that hard too.
She sure did.
Monica Seles says she's more Hungarian than Yugoslavian because that's her bloodline, but nevertheless she was born in Yugoslavia, in Novi Sad, the second largest city in Yugoslavia. Break point.
By Henin.
She's very slight of build and looks to be, and I suppose they're connected quick around the court, Mary Jo.
Very quick. Takes little steps to get to that ball and accelerates extremely well off both sides. She's got a Western grip on that forehand, so she really needs to get low, use her legs, and brush up on the ball.
Big return from Seles, break point again. Break for the USA, 2 games to love first set.
Captain Billie Jean King's been a very positive influence on Monica Seles. They go out there and practice. She makes it fun. She makes bets with her on the sides, how many times she's going to come up to net. She pays her sometimes $50 or $100 for every time she approaches the net.
And she very much, Seles does, likes the team atmosphere, doesn't she? And I guess when she first got on the team manager, you were probably there. Like you girls were saying at that point, well, I mean, I wonder if she's going to be really a part of it. And
she
we're very
was.
pleasantly surprised.
She loved it. I mean, she was the first one to say, if anybody needs to practice, I'm there first thing in the morning. She would watch everybody play, cheer them on. She was a great example for all the other players on how intense she is, not only when she plays her matches, but when she practices. She really focuses on every single shot. She concentrates on hitting those lines. And that's been the biggest improvement, in my opinion, this year for Monica. She's playing, again, closer to the line. She's going for the angle. She's going for the deep shots, keeping the ball out of the middle.
The most ferocious practice player in men's tennis was Jimmy Connors. I'm sure they were alike.
Very difficult to practice with Monica one-on-one. But it's a good thing that in Fed Cup you have a teammate. And we usually would do 2-on-1s. That's the only way you could cover all the shots that she was hitting.
(30-15). Game point USA. Monica's dad, by the way, for Yugoslavian triple jump champion. And better known, I suppose, when he was alive for being a cartoonist. Game point Seles. Seles holds, she has a break, leads 3 games to love first set, best of 3, first match. Women's tennis is big in Belgium. Sabine Appelman is not a name that people in this country pretty much are familiar with, Mary Jo, but between her and Dominique van Roost, they really started this Belgium rise of women's tennis, and now this little surprising country of just 11 million people here. There's Dominique van Roost. Or in the semi-finals of the Fed Cup.
Well, they have so many players in the top 50 right now. Justine Henin, that was her goal this year, was to break the top 50. She's ranked 48. She's won one title on the Sanex WTA Tour, which was last year, the first title she played in. She won it in Antwerp. Van Roos has been around for a very long time. Players disappointed she's retiring after this event. She was very well liked, very gracious competitor. Right there to the left of Dominique Van Roos is Elle Callens, her doubles partner. They got a bronze medal at this year's Olympics. But it's really these two youngsters, Justine Henin and Kim Kleisters, that look they're going to be even better than Van Roos and Sabine Appelmans.
One's 18, one's 17. I mean, they've got just their whole tennis lives ahead of them, really. Too many unforced errors, though, from Henin. She's got a lot of game, a lot of different shots. So far, not working against Monica Seles, though. She can slice the back and come over it. And she's got a nice-looking forehand, too. Especially, I like the forehand side. A lot of topspin on. There's a good margin for error.
She's under constant attack, though, right at the moment. Monica Seles is striking the ball very cleanly. She's hitting it early. And with those big, loopy ground strokes, even though they're great to look at on this fast court, it's difficult for her to react to the pace of Seles.
I was wondering if her speed about the court would, in some measure, balance that you talked about, the loopy shot. And I guess not yet. We'll find out. We can talk about him, but Seles has got her own agenda. I mean, if she's playing well,
there's not much you can do about it. Henin really has to focus on a lot of first serves and just getting that racket back quickly. Early preparation. Monica Seles always looking to control the points from the beginning. Her best shot is that returner serve, sets herself up for easy shots after that one. Well played by Henin. I like what she did in that point a little bit better. I like that she slowed it up with the slice and then she hit over her backhand. I don't think she can get into any pattern against Monica Seles. She really has to mix it up, and almost that slice will be more effective. Give her a little bit more time to then go for her bigger shots. Another break point. Henin going for a little too much. Of the match so far.
Yeah, dangerous play for the drop shot.
I think she probably got a little tired because she was trading huge ground strokes with Monica Seles from side to side. She's a little bit behind the baseline when she tried to make that drop shot.
And that's a break point too. Questionable's time to try that. 4-love USA. Going for a drop shot as well, also failing.
A little bit of an opportunity here with the teenager to get on the scoreboard.
And one thing we learned yesterday was that if you're in front, stay in front, because anything can happen.
I think it will be a different story today, though. Captain Van Aken, not too happy right now. Thinking of what he can say to Henin to get her to turn things around here. That's where that Western grip becomes a problem. It's a good serve and it lands on the line and it skids a little bit. It's hard to get the racket through the ball.
Break point Belgium. Monica Seles, after 10 years, won the Italian Open again this year. It was her third title. Took out Emily Maresmo in the final. That was on clay, of course. She beat Maresmo at the French Championships again.
Seles had a tremendous year. She didn't lose to anybody ranked beneath her. The only unfortunate thing is that she wasn't able to beat anybody ahead of her. Good reactions by Seles. They're getting up to that ball.
That's when you're number 3 or 4 in the world.
That's right. Look at who's ahead of you. Not easy against Hingis, Davenport, and the Williams. Second double fault in this game for Seles. That's the part of her game that she wishes she would improve the most. Billie Jean King gives a little giggle there. She knows how Monica Seles obsesses about the serve sometimes.
Good serve that time, gets it back to deuce. And I talked to Billie Jean before this Fed Cup match. She said that Seles has got pretty much a one-dimensional game. That's what she said.
That's it. I mean, her game is to go out there and hit the corners off both sides, attack whenever she gets the opportunity.
That's exactly
she has
what she
to
said.
adjust.
No plan
it's
B.
very difficult. And that's why she gets in trouble with some of the bigger hitters, because she has to play a little defense, and that's not what she's used to.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Also, her shots really are not conducive to defense, because there's not that. There's obviously some topspin, but not a heck of a lot. She hits the ball generally very flat, like this.
close to the lines. This is what's making the difference now. When she was dominating. She was cleaning those lines on a consistent basis.
And she did dominate. Remember, 8 Grand Slams, then the stabbing, then after the stabbing, 1 Grand Slam at the Australian. And then, you know, those 2 years that she was off really wasn't so much that she was a worse player when she came back, but that there were so many others that had improved their games.
A lot more depth in the women's game when she came back. It was a lot tougher for her, and I don't think she gets enough credit just for coming back and then for doing as well as she has.
Deuce again.
She won her very first tournament, the Canadian Open, when she returned back in 1995 and then reached the final of the US Open. And I think everybody expected her to continue to dominate like that.
And then she won the Australian.
That's right. Henin should be slicing those returns. So it's coming through the court quickly. It's a big gamble to try to hit over that backhand. Saw Conchita Martinez yesterday catching that ball toss. Monica Seles as well has trouble. Consistent ball toss.
USA in front in a best-of-5 match final. Love Henin trying to get on the board. Hasn't won a game. 5 love. Game point, Belgium. Henin's on the board. She lost to Martina Hingis at the Australian this year in the 2nd round. An injury in the springtime at the US Open. She beat Anna Kournikova in the 3rd round after beating Alicia Molik from Australia and Florencia Labat of Argentina. Lindsay Davenport beat her in the round of 16.
From Monica Seles. Unforced errors off the return serves. And right there to start off this game. Justine Henin is much more relaxed right now. Always tough when you play a top-ranked player and they get off to a big lead. Thoughts start going through your head. Oh my goodness, am I going to get double bageled here?
Which happened to Seles this year at the Ericsson against Hingis.
Like you said, Monica Seles with her one game plan. She's going to keep going after the shots, keep trying to attack. Flat-footed there off that return. I think one of the things that's helped Monica Seles this year is her racket. She plays with this Yonex racket, but a year ago she was playing with a bigger frame and it was very light. She felt she wasn't getting enough on the ball. She switched back to a smaller head frame and a little bit heavier. She thinks that's really made a big difference in her ground strokes.
Set point USA. Very nice from the Belgian and deuce. If you check the results from the year, it is actually quite funny. You know, Joe, as you were saying earlier, she doesn't lose to anybody but the top 4 players.
That's right.
Week in and week out.
And she was so close last week to beating Martina Hingis. Hits another ace to give her another set point. Second ace of the match.
She came right back after that love and love, lost to Hingis, by the way, and won Amelia Island on clay this year. Should mention that.
She did. She bounced right back and struggled a little bit more with Hingis at the U.S. Open, lost easily, but surprised everybody last week.
Set point.
She was up 7-6 to love and then 4-2 in that second set against Martina Hingis. Had plenty of opportunities to take that match away. Going for a lot off that backhand. Just a couple feet behind the baseline, and she's just letting it rip.
Translation, too much, maybe. Second serve on set point. This is her third set point. Return that worked just fine as she comes in behind it. Again, a very good mover, Justine Henin.
She's got good instincts on the court. And she sees that Seles is going to be pushed out wide. She sneaks in, makes no mistake with the volley.
Yeah, her attitude is one of aggression. She's just looking for the first chance to make a move into the net.
Justine Henin, you wouldn't know that she was down 5-1 in this first set.
No. Good point.
She's pumping her fist when she wins a point.
Go, Monica, right here.
Very much into this set.
Well, that was a good return. Going for broken, it worked just fine in those couple of games as Justine Henin not only gets on the board, but gets a breaker serve. She is still way down. 5-2 USA, first set. Justine Henin for Belgium has just won 2 in a row. She was down 5 love.
backhand up the line. The second one we've seen so far. And when Henin has time to prepare, get that racket back early, it's just a beautiful shot to watch.
Yeah, the momentum has definitely swung, as you could tell from that graphic. 40-love Belgium. Well, we were wondering if she was going to win a game. Now, Mary Jo, she's only one break of serve down, 5-3.
She's jumping up and down. I think once she won that first game, when she was down 5-love, she really relaxed. The butterflies left.
Well, you also made the point that she, her body language didn't say she was in trouble.
She has stayed very positive throughout. It's time right now for Monica Seles to settle down and really focus on these first 2 points.
Seles for the set for the USA.
Second serve.
Double fault number 4 for Monica Seles.
Yeah, she's under 50% if she misses the first serve, Mary Jo. And her first serve percentages are at just about 50% now.
And she's starting to rush a little bit. That's when she gets in trouble. When she misses 1 or 2 first serves, she tries to speed up even more instead of taking her time, getting her toss right, and starting over again.
Big point, 15-30, up 5-3, serving for the set.
Well, we didn't think this match was going to resemble any of the ones we saw yesterday, but the streaks continue. Double break point for Justine Henin.
Yeah, too much time that time on the pass. That volley just stood up and asked to be whacked, and it was Billie Jean out of her chair to encourage Seles. Now 34, still break point Belgium.
I like, though, the teenager forced the issue there. She made Seles come up with a good shot. I think she needs to keep going after the second serve once again.
Another break for Belgium, and we are on serve. 5-love at 1 point for the USA. Now 5-4 with Henin to serve.
Another great forehand to set up that overhead. She does have a lot of margin for error, and that's why she plays better on the clay courts, where she has that extra time and is not forced into any pressure like she is today against Monica Seles.
15-love. What is going through Monica's mind?
She's starting to stress a little bit here because that was Henin's 10th straight point on serve. And Monica loves the return, so this is very unlike Monica. She's a little rattled right now. She really needs to focus and start all over again.
30 love. Mary Jo, I don't want to put words in your mouth. We were talking about plan B earlier today with Monica. This may be the time that you'd like to see a plan B.
You would like Monica to be able to have a little more variety in her game, but she doesn't. I mean, and she doesn't really need to because it's so good what she does. But sure, this would be a great time for Monica Seles to change the pace, to be able to throw a few high balls, throw a few slices, which she does occasionally. But she knows that her game, her best game, is just to be going for it. But right now, it's not working.
Game point Belgium. Still game point Belgium. Quick reminder that Justine Henin took out Anna Kournikova at the US Open in the third round. Lindsay Davenport beat her 11-4. Comeback in this game by the USA. It's deuce, and I dare say that the court surface at the US Open is not that dissimilar to this indoor court, just in terms of speed of court anyway.
Advantage.
Terrific serve out wide. Belgian. But Justine Henin has played some great matches. We saw her play Lindsay Davenport at the French last year, served for the match in the third. And this year in the Canadian Open took Davenport again to 3 sets.
Very good stuff. Watch your feet too, folks, because it is really a lesson in ballet. And they just never stop, Justine Henin.
And she accelerates so well through this forehand. She's able to flatten it out a little bit more. There she really whips it. But watch this forehand down the line. So quick through the ball.
Clean winner. It is 5-all first set. You were talking about that she's not afraid to show her emotions. Ace. The third. Very interesting to read some of the background comments from Seles saying that she loves to play tennis, but she doesn't really care for the competition. I mean, this competing for her is hard day in and day out. There's always going to be a winner or a loser each day. And I've been saying that to people for years, that tennis is not that easy a sport to play. It's one-on-one, and every day you're a winner or a loser. And unless you win the tournament, you're going to be a loser every week.
I have that conversation with Seles often, because in my mind, all the players I faced, she was the best competitor, the one that never gave up, that was the toughest one to compete against.
15-30.
To hear Monica Seles say that she doesn't like the competition, doesn't like that there's a winner and a loser, is shocking to me. Because when she gets out there, she has the most killer instinct of anybody. teammates are standing up, they're cheering her on. What a huge shot at such a critical time.
Break point for her 6th straight game.
Take that forehand back. Sitting up in the middle of the court. Rushed a little too much. Big break for Monica Seles.
Deuce, second serve. Only on 40% of her second serve points. Fortunately for her, that was one of them. She can breathe a sigh of relief for the moment as Seles hangs on, now leading 6-5. At one point she led 5-love. Belgium to serve and we come back. First match. Henin trailing 5-6. But she trailed 5 games to love. Won 5 in a row. Had a break point to lead 6-5. 15-love. Mary Jo, we were talking about the great competitors in the business, and you were saying what a good competitor Seles is. Inside Tennis Magazine did a little thing on and asked that some of the players that question who are the best competitors. Lindsay Davenport says Monica Seles is the best women's competitor. Arantxa Sanchez-Vicario says Monica Seles is. Jelena Dokic says that Arantxa is a good one, and Seles also. Winner with the overhead, looking for a call, Seles, but she didn't get it. And then Natasha Zvereva also said that Monica Seles.
Okay, so I'm in good company there.
Yeah.
I just remember when I used to play Monica Seles, even though I would be winning a game 40-love, that game was not over. You had to play a tremendous point to finish her off.
30-15.
Incredible. This teenager's playing some of her best tennis of her career right now. She is coming up with huge shots. Look at that forehand on the run, up the line. Great acceleration.
Big serve, and tie break's going to decide the first set. One of the Belgian newspapermen, and there are a lot of them here, Kim Clijsters and radio screen watchers who are here for singles next, said to me, well, what do you think about these Belgian players? Belgium in general. I said, I think it's unbelievable how great it is to get so many good young women players. Country just 11 million people. He said, well, is Justine Henin going to make it as a player? I said, I haven't seen much of a player. I'll let you know afterwards. She is a good one. Boy, she plays well. As for Clijsters, I said she's going to be top 10 for sure, and I think she will.
I agree with you, Cliff. Clijsters already ranked number 18 in the world. Justine Henin, her goal this year was to break the top 50. She did that. She's 48 right now. And now she said her next goal will be to break the top 20. And I think she will do that as well.
1 to Seles. Tie break, first set. challenging Seles, and she was up to it.
Seles coming up with a tremendous passing shot when she needs it. That's when she's the most dangerous. Stretched out wide. Comes up with a huge point to give her 3-love up in this tiebreak.
Four love USA in the tiebreak. First to 7 with a 2-point lead, wins the first set. Seles has got a very unorthodox game of both sides, and it doesn't probably help Justine Henin that she's never played her before.
Seles really rising to the occasion. And a very clean tiebreak. I'm sure Justine Henin's seen Seles play on many times, though. She says she looks up to Steffi Graf the most. I'm sure she's seen a lot of those big battles between Graf and Seles.
(6-0) for the USA. 5-love in games, and then Henin came all the way back to 5-all. She nearly broke at 5-all, but didn't. We're now in the tiebreak, but Monica Seles has got a whole handful and then some match, I should say, set points. This is the first of 3 matches in this Fed Cup semi-final. I don't know whether it's coming through or not, but you can do it, Justine, in French. Even I know that. Lisa Raymond there watching. Jennifer Capriati. Both on the US Fed Cup team. She'll breathe a sigh of relief. So will fans of the USA as Monica Seles hangs on and wins the first set after the Belgian made a wonderful effort down 5-love. 1 set to the USA. The 2000 Fed Cup semi-final between the USA and Belgium that you're watching. It is the first singles match. Lindsay Davenport and Kim Kleisters will play next, and then to be followed by a doubles. Monica Seles has just won the first set. Of Drysdale, Mary Jo Fernandez, and it was very enjoyable tennis, that first set. It really was nice to watch.
It was extremely entertaining. I mean, it seemed like it was a routine match for Monica Seles when she was up 4 and 5-love in that first set, and then once a young teenager got settled, she produced some spectacular shots. Henin doing a great job of attacking the short balls. She's not hesitating whenever that ball lands close to that service line. She's all over and follows it in nicely to the net.
One game Henin in the second, first to Seles of the USA. Now let's see. I mean, the end of that set was, was just so unpredictable. It was really Belgium that was in control of the set from 5-love, albeit that Seles won the tiebreak. Whether Henin can impose herself on Seles in this set is the question that will be answered here shortly.
Well, I think Seles started to gain a lot more respect for this young teenager quickly in that first set. She knows that she's got to come out strong early on in the second set.
Exactly, Mary Jo. Exactly, when you've just lost 5 straight games. See, Justine Henin is so quick at the back there that she can run most anything down, and as well as Seles hits the ball, Justine Henin can get to them.
I think her serve percentage of Monica Seles has been a big factor. Towards the end of that second set, she was missing a lot. Giving Henin an opportunity to get into the point. When Seles gets that first serve in, she can dictate a lot easier. That's what Billie Jean King likes to see. Monica Seles not only attacking, but following it into the net. Great volley to tie things up here at 1-all. You're not going to find a more energetic captain than Billie Jean King.
No.
Talk about being positive 100% of the time.
And that is not just as captain of the Fed Cup team. That is wide. I'm not sure that I know anybody that has lived life with so much consistent passion for mostly women's issues, but a lot more than that. Talking about Captain Billie Jean King, USA Fed Cup captain.
I've definitely never met anybody that loves the game of tennis as much as Billie Jean King.
15-love, 1-all, second set. First set, USA. We're told that Monica Seles has an upset stomach and that they are getting her room temperature water. Keep the tummy from getting a fright.
I'm sure it started getting worse towards the end of that first set. No luck for Monica Seles with the net courts. We saw yesterday Conchita Martinez being very lucky, getting about 4 or 5 of them to roll over, but not so far for Seles.
that's going to go wide. That's a great play again from the Belgian. You know, Mary Jo, as we were saying, Seles can hit beautiful shots, and she hit 2 really good ones there. But look at how the Belgian can get to them.
She did run him down, and she nicely just bunted that one over the net. Took some pace off. Got a little lucky with the net court. Confused Monica Seles, but it would have been a good shot regardless.
That is a good shot. Still game point Belgium.
Henin trying that serve and volley play again. I think it's good to mix it up, but we got to remember Monica Seles loves the target. Loves to hit those passing shots.
Chance for the USA. Break point, 1-all, second set.
Not sure if you've noticed, Cliff, but Billie Jean King's always looking at her player. She looks at Seles as she's returning instead of at the server.
2-1, Monica Seles, USA. She has a break in the second. She won the first in a tiebreak. It's the USA and Belgium Fed Cup semifinal. Sort of like the Super Bowl here, Mary Jo. She's going to play through the injury at this point because there is not much, there's not much tennis to be played between now and the Australian season, really. There's a look at the changeover, and again you can see that rather painful looking problem that she has on her heel. Actually just beneath the toe. And again, Mary Jo, if you, as we were saying earlier, if you watch her feet, I mean, the feet are so important to her because she moves unbelievably well.
She's got great footwork. And just from seeing her in that first set fight back and her attitude throughout, you know she's not going to give up here. She's going to give it her all. She's very tenacious.
15-30. Debbie Levering is the president of the USTA. And she's been widely acclaimed as having had 2 outstanding years. I guess she's had her last board meetings, though. It's a 2-year term. Husband Gordon on her left. USA 3-1 Seles, second set. Yeah. Again, the speed of foot is extraordinary.
Well, Henin turned what it was a defensive point for her, running side to side. It looked like Seles was in total control into an offensive one, whipping that forehand cross court, setting herself up for that easy put away. You'd like to see that in a young player.
Got it. Seles not happy with the call, and Billie Jean is begging the chair up too. No overrule though.
Seles is good about forgetting about it. Just gets right back out there. Next point. Fifth double fault for Justine Henin. Big game right here for her to stay into this match. Again, great sense of where she is on the court. She sees it. She hits a great first serve. She's moving in. And takes the ball out of the air.
Game point Belgium. Game Belgium, players will change ends, 3-2. Seles still has a break in the second. She will serve and we come back. She won the first set, close one in the tiebreak. Fed Cup semi-final. First of 3 matches today, USA and Belgium.
Shaky up at net, Monica Seles. Okay. Didn't do enough with that volley, and then just was too open. Open face when she struck that overhead.
Right here we go.
angle that maybe only a two-hander can hit. Beautiful.
Maybe only Seles can come up with that kind of
Great
angle.
effort. Great stuff.
Seles known for producing acute angles on the run. I don't even think she thought it could be that good. A lot of wrist work at the end there. Seles has been enjoying her stay here in Las Vegas. She's been to see a show already, and I think has planned a couple more throughout the week, as you see Jennifer Capriati. Very happy right now the U.S. is up 1-0 in this match. Good effort by Seles to reach that short ball off the tape.
Yeah, I was surprised that she went for this one in there after this Mirja. This one here now. Now watch this. She could have let this one drop, don't you think?
She should have got a few more steps behind to hit that. It's the toughest shot in tennis.
Pretty on. A little bit of help there from Justine, and she has a game point, does Seles, at 3-2. But I'm not going to second guess Justine Henin's strategy here, because it worked fine in the first set after she took a quick dive, 5-love, then she came back to 5-all. Had a break point to go up 6-5, failed, and lost the tiebreak. Now she's down 4-2 in the second. But I mean, the way she came back in the first set was with aggressive play, and so when she plays aggressively and misses at this point, you can't say bad shot.
Well, she knows she just can't put it back in play against a player like Monica Seles. Anything in the mid-court, Seles is going to jump all over. So she is forced to go for more. And because of that, she does make some errors. Justine Henin was a 1997 Junior French Open champion, has a wild card. Said her most memorable moment, though, was playing on center court against Lindsay Davenport last year in '99, where she played that tough 3-set match. Served for it in the third set. Nerves got a little bit of the better of her, but said she'll never forget that experience.
I suspect that she never will forget it. I think that she's going to have a lot more experiences that she won't forget as well. She's so young, just 18 years old, 15 all.
And she won't forget this match right here. She'll learn a lot from this one. A terrific attitude.
They've played against each other before. 15-30. Such a big point now. Seles has got 2 break points for a second break to go up 5-2 in the second, having won the first in the tie break.
just too good from Justine Henin. Great footwork in this point, covered a lot of court. And again, we see her racket head accelerate tremendously on that cross-court forehand. Really whips through it. Call it Sabatini. I have to say, she's a lot harder and a lot more through the ball than Gabriela Sabatini used to.
Deuce.
The ground strokes are a lot more penetrating.
What's happened to Sabatini? I don't see much of her now.
She's enjoying her life right now. I think she's singing a little bit in Argentina, trying to come out with a record, and traveling a lot. She says now finally she gets a chance to see the sights where she's been.
Break point USA. Again, this is the third of this game. This for a second break in the second set. Seles has not been broken in this set. She was broken twice in the first set after taking a 5-love lead. A double fault gives Monica Seles the double break in the second set. She leads 5-2. When we come back to our coverage of the Fed Cup in Las Vegas, she will serve for the match against Belgium. This is the Fed Cup that you're watching. It is the USA and Belgium. Monica Seles leading a set in 5-2, 2 breaks for the match.
Seles starting off this game with a very aggressive point, going against her nature to come into the net. She knows she can be very effective when she does that.
Looking in that future Fed Cup, and I don't think anybody could be born and bred in Las Vegas and become a champion. Too much happening here.
So many distractions.
How about the men's division's got one, though?
And a good one.
We're hoping to get Andre Agassi here to talk to us, actually, but he's headed to Portugal. And we will all be headed that direction as well when it's over. The Fed Cup is over to cover the ATP Tour World Championship, now called the Tennis Masters Cup 3015. The pressure of serving for the match even when you have 2 breaks.
Seles wants to close it off right here. She knows how she had to struggle to close off that first set. She's going to give it her all right here on this first match point.
So the defending Fed Cup champions off to a good start. 1 match behind the efforts today of Monica Seles, a winner over Justine Henin of Belgium in this semi-final of the Fed Cup. First set in a tiebreak. Second set to Seles, 6-2. USA 1, Belgium 0. 3 matches in all in this Fed Cup semi-final. Congratulations, Monica.
Thank
No
you.
letdown after. By the way, well played on Sunday, and no letdown today.
No, it was just a little bit of a weird match. I mean, I raced up to 5-love, and then after 5-love, just suddenly she started coming back, and it could have really gone either way, and I got a little bit tight.
Is there anything that Billie Jean King said, Monica, to you when she started to play so well in that first set?
Yeah, definitely. She just said, just stay with the ball and don't panic and be aggressive, because I was getting very defensive.
What about the stomach, Monica?
Well, I just have a diarrhea, and that's why I kept going to the bathroom, but I didn't want to take because we only have 2 breaks, so in case we went to the third set, I wanted to save it.
Well, you're up 1-love in this semifinal match. What do you think about the next one with Lindsay Davenport and Kim Clijsters?
Well, coming into the match against Belgium, I mean, the whole team knew it's going to be very difficult. Lindsay has a tough task ahead of her, but we're all behind her, and I think she's just going to do great.
You like this team competition, don't you, Monica?
Yeah, I definitely love it. I mean, our team is just so fantastic. Our captain is the best, so what else could we ask for?
Indeed, and it shows. Thanks a lot, Monica.
Thank
Well
you.
played. Congratulations.